What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy on Sports. It is time to turn the page here of our simming season. Both our Browns and Buckeyes are now officially out of it. The playoffs for both of those leagues continue on without them at this juncture, so we'll shift our attention to one of the other teams that many of us root for, excuse me, and that is the Cleveland Cavaliers. They play an early game at 1 o'clock. Tip for them up in Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. We're going to get a quick little early look at it here. This is how we traditionally do regular season basketball sims. This is how we'll do like a day of sim. As sort of a preview, there you can see Ant-Man versus, we got the Spider versus the Ant in this one, which should be a big one. Also, traditionally when I sim, usually we skip the first half, and I thought maybe we would try something just a little bit different this time, which is that we will run it from the top, and then we would do the first quarter and then the fourth quarter, because I feel like we've seen some times where the game kind of gets out of hand, and I don't want to do the whole thing. So we'll see how it goes. So we're going to watch this first quarter. Tip goes to Gobert. Starting five for the Timberwolves, Dante DiVincenzo, Anthony Edwards, of course, with the ball. There's the three, Jaden McDaniels, and you have Julius Randle. We're still in that Knicks trade a couple of years ago, and then Rudy Gobert from the Jazz a few years ago as well. And they are a good team. Second in the Western Conference right now, I think. Second in the Northwest Division. That's what they are. For your Cavaliers, here's Mitchell with the three to start the game. Garland and Mitchell in the backcourt. Jalen Tyson starting at the three as Hunter continues to come off the bench. He's going to have a struggling phase of the year. Mobley and Allen in 4 and 5. All right, let's get this thing started. Appreciate all my subscribers. You guys are the very, very best. Appreciate you. On this one, we got a 0-0 ball game coming out the other way. Here's Garland. He's got Spider in the corner. Mitchell in and out. The rebound goes to Julius Randle. Timberwolves will push the other way. Dante DiVincenzo. All the way back in his Villanova days. Back in the corner. Ant-Man wide open, and he'll miss one. Wow, this is a wide open three. Both teams a little cold to start this one. NBA 2K26 for these sims. This is the play now mode. We get to play the games of the day so that everybody has the most up-to-date stats, most up-to-date injuries, as we are ice cold on both ends. Started. We're going to watch the first quarter, then we'll quick sit the second and third, and we'll watch the fourth quarter and hope it's still close. That's how we'll do these NBA regular season games. Also may have a couple other sims prepared for you here. Football is kind of taking a little bit of a breather, which I'm now trying to get around. Anthony Edwards guarded tightly. Now Tyson left wing. Pick coming late, just 2 seconds. Tyson's going to have to place a deep three, and it's another rebound for Julius Randle, and it remains a 0-0 game here in the first 2:22 and counting for both teams. Actually, sorry, the Timberwolves have 2 points. Statistical analysis when there's a three rebound out. Garland pushing left side. Spiders do a little crossover spin move. Down on Mitchell into the corner. Tyson three, got it. Finally off of the 9. Comes the Cavaliers with an early 3-2 lead. Very early 3-2 lead here. Again, going to watch the first quarter in its entirety, and the fourth that's stolen by Jared Allen. As opposed to just the third and the fourth is what we've used review in the past, but sometimes the game can already be out of control. So, plus we get to see the starters for a longer amount of time here at the very beginning. There's foul trouble and things like that. As Mitchell for a deep two, I think it was on the line. Curling around that Jared Allen screen, and that was Jared 5-2 cast. 5-0 run to start this game. So I hope everybody's doing well. My name is Phil Nagy on Sports, only place on YouTube where you're going to find the simulated sporting event with live original commentary. I thought that was like a weird alley-oop, maybe, but Jared Allen was not prepared for it. I appreciate all my subscribers. You guys are the very best. Appreciate that one. Hit that thumbs up button as you're able to. It helps to grow our NBA audience, which we'll do a few more of these now that, again, the football season has ended for the Browns and the Buckeyes. DiVincenzo top of the key. Still will have a national championship for college, Miami and Indiana. Congratulations to both of those teams for making it in. We'll still have that one coming up. Mobley wide open three, in and out. game is not caught up with Mobley still just yet. I'm just not sure they know how good he can be. The issue with Mobley is versus the consistency and that the old school NBA 2K games used to call it primacy, basically like how selfish you are. Like, he's maybe a little bit too unselfish on the offensive end because he can get his mostly whenever he wants. He's just so talented. We'll ISO ball from Mitchell now. He'll go Mobley. Mobley's going to have to fall back for a three, and it's a little wow. That's not the shot that we want there. Good defense from Julius Randle. And he'll try to go high off the glass. Good defense by your defensive player of the year, Evan Mobley. Jalen Tyson now in what, his second or third season? Drafted maybe 2 years ago, I think, and he's really a nice player. I had a chance to go see the Cavs in person a couple months ago, and he's a good player. He's got a real smooth stroke now. Mitchell from the corner in and out. Cavs just a little bit too much dribbling and then settling for bad threes. Stop. You've heard this one before. Randle blocked by Mobley. Oh boy. Stays with the Timberwolves, but that was a big time swat from your NBA Defensive Player of the Year, Evan Mobley, with the left hand. Oof. That one had no chance. Timeout on the floor. It's going to be the Timberwolves. So very slow start here to this game. 5-2 Cavaliers early in this one. Let's see if either team make changes. Those are actual statistics, by the way. I guess fourth in the league in scoring. Cavaliers still sort of stuck in neutral, it feels like. They haven't really turned it on yet. Some people wondering if they have the ability to turn it on yet. 21-18, they're still second in the Central, but I guess if you're going to try to be like mediocre in one season and then great in one, maybe let's stop being great in the regular season and then being mediocre in the playoffs is maybe what they're trying to do this time. They're trying to slow play a little bit, but we'll see if that bites him. Garland with a beautiful step back. He was wide open, and that was pure. 3 of 10 and 1 of 11 are the two teams right now on offense. It is bone-chillingly dry here to start the game in the Rocket League house. Now Randle will kick the three. He's in rhythm, and he'll make a three-pointer. 7-5 again. Very low-scoring first quarter here. Not even great defense. Well, some great defense, just inept offense. Garland around the screen. He'll break a three. It's 40 now. The Ant versus the Spider. Who do you like in that matchup? Ant-Man, that's wing. Left elbow, actually. They go back out. Randle top of the key. Julius Randle guarded by Evan Mobley, trying to ISO him up. Sam Merrill has checked into the game, by the way. I missed that one. 4 Donovan Mitchell giving him a quick little blow here midway through the first. Late force and a rebound for Jared Allen. Here's Sandy buckets. Merrill now. Sweet Garland, top of the key. Around the field, three Mobley. Catch and shoot three. Rebound for DiVincenzo to push the other way. Starting lineup is still completely. Randle now. Here comes Jared Allen. Try to step back off the glass. Good defense for Allen. Push the other way. Tyson. Right from now. Garland. Catch and shoot. Top of the key. In and out. Man alive. Cold, cold, cold. Both teams on offense. This is wild. This one is wild. Around the screen. Oh, they tried a little give and go off the pick and roll, and a beautifully defensive play by Jared Allen. He is a good defender as well. Doesn't get quite as much praise maybe as he should because he plays next to Evan Mobley. And that time Jared Allen, yeah, we saw that one lead pretty easily. Moving screen there. And now substitutes coming from both teams. Looks like Nas Reeves in the game. The ageless one, Mike Conley, into the game. From the Buckeye, of course. Wade is still day-to-day, but he thinks that he's playing, so he's in there now. Mitchell checks back into it. Quick play out for Van Man. Kenny Atkinson wants a quick timeout. Both teams are shooting very cold at 7-7, and we've got 3 minutes left in the quarter. I appreciate everybody being on again. My name is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is this channel. Only place on YouTube where you're going to find simulated sporting events. Just check the playlists. We have all kinds of sporting events. Mostly football, but we do delve with other things. Basketball, hockey, soccer coming up here in this football offseason as well. While we wait for rosters to be sort of finalized, and then we'll continue on in the future with this football season. Man alive, the portal is going crazy right now. I'm going to try to dump as many guys as the actual Buckeyes have lost, but man alive, it's going to be hard because there's so many guys jumping in the portal. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Thomas Bryant has checked into the game. Dribble hand off to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to spin his way around the defender. He's got to take it up to the left hand, and it's good. Nice play by Mitchell there. Rob Dillingham was checked into the game. 6'2" guard out of Kentucky. There's Clark, who's also looking for Jalen Clark from UCLA. Conley in as well. There's Naz Reid. Work off the side. Still in the game as well. Top of the key, Sammy Buckets. Try to get him open in some space, run a pick or some action for him. Anyway, 1v1 now. Merrill to Mitchell. Pick coming late. He'll shoot a three from behind it and drill it. Another Mitchell. Score here, Dazzle. Take a lot to the bends up here at this juncture now. Mike Conley up and in. Just so smooth now. Mike Conley. 38 years of age now. Sheesh. Still making $10 million a year. Good for him. Very nice living for himself. To be part of that Fab Five that Ohio State had. Greg Oden, Juan Cook, Mike Conley. Team lost to Noah, Florida Gators in the national championship in 2007. Daniels now. Conley top of the key, guarded by Merrill. Merrill's going to be picked by Naz Reid. He fights over the top of it. Conley around. They decide to throw it wide. Throw it to the corner. And Daniels was a wide open three. He can hit that shot. With 6'9", long arm stretch three. Daniels unlucky on that one. Mitchell. Tapping the glass in front of Dillingham. 14-12, just under a minute to go. Again, very low scoring game here. Superstar level. You guys are too good. We're not good enough. There's not 3. 15-14 here. Third quarter. Not sure if he's actually going to play today. He's still a little bit day-to-day. There's checking the game. There's Bryant on his way to the basket, the hoop and the arm. Thomas Bryant. He's an energy guy, I'll tell you that, man. 6'9", 248. But watching him when I just try to chase to see the team in person, he gets so hyped on the sidelines for a guy who doesn't play very much. As now McDaniels will get his first blow. And it looks like McLaurin Tomlin's going to come in. So another nice addition or so. And 6'8" forward out of Memphis. I think he was a 2-year player, and then they're just going to sign him to the deal. So I'm not sure fully what he's making, but he's been a good, again, kind of energy piece. He can try to figure out a way to be relevant in the playoffs. Trying to figure out a couple different pieces. Just had large stagnance and full offense and really lethargic and unused defense. Very sloppy with their communication of ball and their off-ball movement. Hunter's going to have to force at the buzzer and in a 17-15 here at the end of quarter number 1. All right, so here's how we do this. I guess I have to choose a side, don't I? And now I can... Where in the world's the quick sim at? It's because I missed it. Maybe because we have to watch the highlights. My first sim of the season with the new game. They always change it just a little bit. 17-15 again. Low scoring game here for your Cavaliers. Where in the world is the quick sim? Are you kidding me? We don't have the ability to quick sim? Well, isn't that interesting? Okay, so like I said, we're watching the whole game, whether we want to or not. Everybody watches Phil discover the settings of the game in real time. Larry Nance Jr. is checked into the game. Hunter, high off the glass, hit foul by Jalen Clark there on the way to the bucket.
At the line for Cleveland,
DeAndre Hunter. He's so streaky. He's not quite as streaky as Caris LeVert was, which is kind of the guy he's replaced. As Lonzo Ball's going to get him to go here. So a lot of bench players up. Larry Nance in, Larry Nance out. DeAndre Hunter here. Need him to be playing well to lead that second unit. He's off the bench right now. They're pretty stagnant, especially with Maryland starting lineup some nights. All right, Lonzo Ball. Guarding Mike Conley. Ball around the screen. Conley very, very easily up and in. That little finger roll, so pretty for him. 19-17. Again, low scoring game here. Phil Nagy on Sports. I guess the quick simcast doesn't exist now in the play now function, so that's fun for us. Because we're going to get to see all four players, whether you like it or not. Mitchell, deep three, and he didn't get it to go. Could have been a foul call. They did not call one. Now Clark in the corner. Back and forth we go. 20-19 here as both teams starting to finally warm up on offense. I think it was 0-0 for several minutes to start the game. Trying to get around the screen, and there's the pick and roll off of it. Dean Wade will take it home. To the basket, nice little pitch and catch there. DeAndre Hunter on the assisting end of things. Now Dillingham will get it to Randall. Randall going to be guarded by DeAndre Hunter. Getting a lot of space alone over there. Now they'll shift their offense. See, there's so much lack of ball movement, and look at that. None of the Timberwolves players are moving. The end result is Randall makes a really, really athletic play, but still, the fact that that's the offense on that possession just drives me crazy. It's the same with the Cavs. When they move the ball and they run their offense, they're very good, but too often they get into these ISO situations. They have run more pick and roll, at least in this game so far. Mitchell around it, and he misses the dunk. Oh boy, rebound Conley. They push the other way. Mitchell, everything he can do with those quicks to get to the hoop, and then he missed the dunk underneath for Reed, and he will not miss the dunk. Naz Reed. Very nice career for himself. Again, 6'9", LSU product, just 26 years old. That's the thing about the NBA, man. When these guys start their careers, next basket. Randall had over pursued. Wide open. These guys start their careers so early, but it feels like Naz Reed's been in the league for 7 years because he probably has. Just 26 years old. He could have started his career at 19. On the left wing of the Cavs logo, guarded by Dean Wade. Now as Reed is, now he'll go back out to Dillingham. Dillingham jab step, Dillingham on the left elbow. He's going to have to fire one over Merrill late, and he won't get him to go. Rebound Hunter. Lonzo Ball now down the right wing side with some speed. So Garland getting ready to check back in. Continues to get these bench players in and out as quickly as he can, efficiently as he can. Away with a little dipsy-do layup off the glass. Dean Wade using that sneaky height. 6'9". Kansas State. I would have not even remembered where Dean Wade went to college. Kansas State for Dean Wade. And the Timberwolves would like to have a timeout. Chris Finch, their coach. 31 here. Appreciate you being on. Again, my name is Phil Nagy. On Sports is the channel, only place that you're going to find these simulated sporting events with live, original commentary. Finally now. Naz Reed, double up coming up. Clark left wide open. That double team didn't prove to be really effective, so he's going to rotate up the backside and protect that pass. As Merrill came over to double team, easily drilled the three with Jalen Clark. Now underneath, beautiful give and go, and the backdoor cut from Sam Merrill. That's usually not his game, but he's definitely athletic enough to get himself to the rack, and he did that time. Mostly bench players still in for both teams, though. Ant-Man has checked back in, so is Darius Garland. And right to the rack and can't get it to go with the left hand. Now Garland pushing the other way. Sammy Buckets. Spinning. Look at this kid. He's like a young Allen Iverson. He'll be fouled on his way to the rack. Jalen Clark can't believe it. He's like, who is this kid? This is a catch-and-shoot three guy, right? But a really nice drive to the rack, and Sammy's going to get himself a couple of foul shots here, and we know he's a pure shooter, isn't he? Very pure. Subs coming from both teams. Rudy Gobert back into the game for the Jazz. And Julius Randle with a point forward. Going to bring this one up. 7:30 to go. Randall spinning, trying to take it to the rack, in and out. Rebound, DeAndre Hunter. Ball now in the corner, Darius Garland. Going around some screens, all the via that movement. Around another screen. He's going to try to ISO against the Antler. Darius Garland. Jab step, dribble, crossover, ISO. He's giving up several inches. He's going to get him up in the air, but it was too late. Shot clock violation. Actually, they're going to call offensive 3 seconds on Darius Garland, who got himself stuck there in the paint. And really good defense. Anthony Edwards has, 3 or 4 inches on Darius Garland. Garland at 6'1", Ant-Man at 6'4", so good defense, not just an offensive dynamo, which he definitely is. He'll catch and shoot to show you that he is right there. Pure with a three-pointer off the middle screen. 30-29, again, back and forth this game. These lead changes have gone. Mobley has checked back in for the Cavs. 6:40 to go, second quarter. This is a preview of today's game. I think it's a 1 o'clock tip on Prime. Amazon Prime. Rudy Gobert will foul him as Garland tried to go aggressive. Garland was trying to dunk. I'm not sure he can. It's not his game. By any means. He's a very good foul shooter, of course. There's Darius Garland. And Jared Allen has returned to the game as well. So Lonzo Ball, DeAndre Hunter, and then Mobley, Allen, and Garland. Randall, McDaniels back in the game. DiVincenzo back in the game. Edwards and Gobert, so they're back to their starting 5 as Minnesota. They trail by 1. Minnesota around a corner. DeAndre forcing him to the outside. Now Randall. He'll have to force a deep 3 over Mobley. That's not going to go in about 19 out of 25 times. Has the slight rebounding edge here, 18-13. You can see live statistics happening in the corner. Garland around the screen. Wide open 3 and he can't get it to go. A lot of cold shooting for both teams here. We're hopefully not looking at a 119 performance, which is what the Timberwolves have been averaging this season. There it is again. There's the double team coming from the far side, and that kind of doesn't bite him. Not sure why Atkins is choosing the double team in the post. I don't feel like that's something that they've been getting killed at recently, but he's doing it. Give a hand off Garland. Deep 3. Yeah. Cavaliers just not really dedicated running a lot of plays right now. It's just a lot of ISO ball, a lot of pick and roll tipped up off the glass, and then Randall actually gets the rebound. So Hunter gets his hand in the way of the pass and tips up into the air, but unfortunately off the backboard right to Julius Randall, who lays it in. Feels like that's about our 30th lead change in a 32-31 performance so far. Hunter now looking foul. Anthony Edwards. And Osreed has checked back into the basketball game. And Donovan Mitchell has checked back into the game, and so is Tyson. So we're back to starting 5 for the Cavs. As Mobley catch and shoot 3. He was open. He will hit those, 2K. He will hit those. Please adjust appropriately. Back to a throw, wide open again as they try to double, and Naz Reid will miss it. So that double team right now, we're 1 for 3 in stops versus makes. So maybe just let the guy play defense alone up there. We don't really have a coach mode thing here. We don't control anything. Mitchell forces something. It's rebounded by Naz Reid. Players got to play. Coach has got to coach here. The AI of the game has to be smart enough to know what guys can do. Again, these are the live ratings. Play now feature, so everybody's up to date. Naz Reid with another little catch and shoot. Layup from underneath, 3:38 to go. First half, Cavaliers with their biggest deficit of the game of 6. Around the screen. It was give and go, but he didn't actually go to the basket, but he did get switched up against Edwards. Now Mitchell, top of the key, around him against Gobert. He's going to have to force it, and he does, and it goes. 12 for 30, and 15 for 35. Both teams shooting well under 50% in the game. Again, taking strong against Evan Mobley. He's got 15 points. He's shooting 6 for 7. Everybody else is struggling. A baseball pass down the court. And Jared Allen from Darius Garland. Slamma-jamma with 2:40 to go. Vincenzo next. McDaniels if he gets his first bucket. Daniels with a 3 there. Twin brother, I believe, right? Jaden and Jaden. Backdoor pass again on the give and go, and right now Allen's got a hot hand, a hot Duncan hand. And it feels like that's there whenever they want it. Based on how Minnesota chooses to play it, they're going to get that pick and roll every time they want it. Daniels trying to penetrate against Tyson. Tyson does give up some size, and that's a foul and 1. Again, I like Tyson a lot. I think he's a good player, but he's only 6'6", and a lot of these NBA threes are 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", 6'11"-ish if you're Kevin Durant, right? So I like him. I'm not sure if long-term the 3 is where he's going to go. I'm not sure if he's quick enough. We're going to get a bad pass from Tyson and out of bounds. So the Cavaliers just need to kind of take a deep breath here. There's a current look at the actual standings. OKC 32-7 in preparation of their title defense. Minnesota hanging out right there near the top. Winning today would be a 4-game winning streak for them. In fact, Cavaliers, these two teams played 2 nights ago. That was a classic home and home. Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
Fancy feet for the Frenchman. With a little layup and a finger roll. 46-37 as the Cavs now down by 9. First time they've been this far down in the game. Mitchell around the screen. He'll effort in rhythm, and he drills a 3 and gets a foul. Well, you got a big deficit. That's one play to do it. That's a 4-point play opportunity. As Edwards is going to give him a foul. And a 4-point play. All of a sudden you're down 5. Okay. Well, it's one way to get yourselves back into the game. Now you need to stop at this end with 1:15 to go in the half. So we put the clamps on him here to end the first half. DiVincenzo, ISO across the top by Garland. Now here comes a late pick from Naz Reid, and he eventually takes it, but he's so far away from the basket, he's going to have to fire a really deep 3. That was not good offense. See Chris Finch's frustration on the sideline. Stolen by Edwards on the other end. Another lazy pass from Tyson, his second in a row. Now McDaniels on the right wing side. He'll push down to the baseline, now top of the key. Anthony Edwards isoing up with Donovan Mitchell. The ant versus the spider. Pass off to DiVincenzo, who fires a quick 3. I didn't think Garland even realized he was going to shoot it, and he did very quickly. Now, which is one possession left for the Cavaliers, potentially. They need some points. Garland, jab step, high off the glass. Got it. 49-43. 49%, 47%. So definitely a better second quarter, but that first quarter was brutally cold. Holding for the last shot is Edwards. Isoing with Mitchell. He'll try to go right around him. He'll jab step, and he'll lay it up off the glass. 51-43. Garland heaves one. In and out. Okay. So 24 minutes of basketball has been played here. Cleveland, Ohio. 51-48 is the deficit for your Cavaliers. Let's get ourselves to halftime. Cav mascot drive around. Oh, we're gonna go see Ernie and Shaq and Kenny. Thank you. I think we're good on this. You can tell us what we're doing wrong, or we can just watch a black screen. This is what the Cavs have coming up, including another home and home with the 76ers, and then the Thunder at the end of the week. Okay. I turned all of those guys off so we wouldn't get copyright infringement. Okay. Anytime we're ready. I still can't believe they took Simcast out of this mode. That's crazy to me. Okay. Well, the Cavaliers have to do better. That's my crack halftime analysis here. We just got to do better. Mitchell catch and shoot, top of the 3 brick. Vincenzo now on the right wing. Inside to Gobert, stepping to the elbow. Now he's bodying up Tyson and then just lays it up with the left hand. Easy bucket for Rudy Gobert. 6 inches of advantage. Cavaliers now down 10. Their biggest deficit of the game. Mitchell around a curl screen. Dunking it home. Beautifully done there. That's good offense. Cavs are at their best when they're moving without the ball and passing. Somehow the wind going through his record for the total. It's a trail by 8 here. No change at the starting 5 in. My name is Phil Nagy on Sports Again, only place on YouTube that you're going to find these simulated sporting events with live original commentary. Football season has come to an end for our Browns and for our Cavs. For our Browns and our Buckeyes. We will do some playoff game sims when we get a little bit closer. We've been doing the college football ones. We'll do the national championship as well, of course. A little time for that one. Probably won't do the entirety of the NFL playoffs, but certainly by the time that we get down to like conference championship weeks and then the Super Bowl, we'll definitely do those. Again, recreating reality, making sure all the correct teams are there, so the draft orders and all that stuff can be accurate. As soon as those 2 seasons end, is one of the most fun times of the channel, the season of the channel, which is where me, along with some support of the faithful followers via some polls and various things, make some decisions about directions for the roster. The Browns specifically, I'll play GM, I'll play GM, try to build up this team and continue to get better. Again, we sort of have option A and option B. Feels like they've maybe worked themselves out of option B. Heard me talk about it many times. Option A is run with Shedeur again, basically give him all of 26, just try to build up the offensive line and wide receivers around him. And if you still stink, quarterbacks at 27 are much better. Overall, you're not going to get number 1. You're not going to trade a ransom to get up to get Mendoza at 1. Boy, he's putting on a nice old, actually that everybody in college is 8 touchdowns and 5 incompletions so far in his playoffs. So, goofy kid, man, but seems very likable, good leader. At 6'5", with enough athleticism to get out of the pocket and make guys miss. The Raiders will be very happy to have Mendoza. Ooh, off the rebound, Gobert smashes it back through. So that's kind of option A. Option B is you do go a different direction with the quarterback. Maybe that's something, do you try to put a package together for a Mac Jones or a Malik Willis, kind of do like a Daniel Jones in kind of like a cast-off guy and see if we can breathe life into him. Obviously a big factor in all of this of who is the head coach and the comfort level and the direction that they choose to go there. So we'll wait for them to hire a coach, for instance. I'm assuming they'll hire, unless they're going to get one of the guys from the Super Bowl teams, they should be able to hire somebody before the Super Bowl. But we'll see. We shall see. And then, of course, free agency will be here just before we know it, beginning of March. So we're essentially halfway through January already. Anyway, that's the bread and the butter of the channel. Of course, our NFL sims, our Brown sims, we've been doing it for a long time. It's been a lot of fun. We've added some other things here, like these Cavs sims, Blue Jackets sims for you today as well as they continue their West Coast trip. I may even have some FIFA for you. It's been requested by some followers on the channel to do some FIFA sims as well. So I'll try to get to a couple little snippets of those different things amidst our primary agenda of football sims. All right, some scoring has gone back and forth. The Timberwolves are still up by 10 with 8 to go here in the third quarter. Isoing up, high off the glass, rebound here down. Man has not had a strong game. 4 for 12 shooting. 9 points. Another missed 3 from Garland. Cavs have just not shot the ball well, specifically from 3. So much of their offense, easy give and go there. Allen kind of forgave up. And that's a really good example. We just saw what the real Cavs have looked like, which is just sloppy, not communicating that, hey, Rudy Gobert is cutting to the rat. He just went right by you and dunked it easily without recovering him, Jared Allen. So is that on Jared Allen or is that on his teammates for not communicating with him? I'm versed enough in basketball. There's just a little bit of a difference, but now it's a 14-point deficit as the Timberwolves are starting to run away with this one here in the third quarter. And it's been on the defensive side on the brick. It's been on the defensive side that the struggles have started, but offense has been cold from the beginning of the game and has continued here in the third quarter. Now Randall, here comes the late double team. Now Gobert, he won't pop a 3. So that's the right guy to double team with. Now the Daniels are dealing with Tyson, top of the key. DiVincenzo forced it, in and out, rebound to the Mobley. Evan Mobley. Left inside here is Garland. Can the Cavs get some on? They have yet to break 50 points. We're halfway through the third quarter. Now around the 3, he's got some space and he'll break another one. Whew. just frigidly cold from outside right now are the Cavs. At home, by the way, this place is pretty quiet right now. Trying to get their their fans into it. Mobley now. Bullied by Julius Randle. Randle is a thick human being. If you've never seen him in person or seen pictures of him again. 6'9", 250, now 31 years old, but he is just broad-shouldered. Always been very, very muscular. Not quite as thick as like Zion Williamson out of college, but having some similarities in their body. Obviously, both big athletes for their size. All right, Hunter checks in as well as Sammy Buckets. I'd like to see some isolated looks to get Sammy open catch-and-shoot situations. We just haven't seen those yet. Donovan Mitchell, 5 on the shot clock, around the screen, down to the corner. There's Buckets. Catch-and-shoot for Sammy Merrill. More of that would be good. The lead is 13 for the Timberwolves. Moving without the basketball. What a novel concept now. Trying to get the matchups they want. McDaniels against Hunter. Now Randle, still guarded by Mobley, trying to get around. That's the player of the year with him step for step. Julius Randle, he'll fire from a deep position. That's a shot the Cavs would love to be able to give up. A deep 2, forced and in front of Evan Mobley. Catch and shoot Mitchell. First one. Mitchell just hasn't been able to get it going. Just hasn't so far today. Anthony Edwards, about as easy. It's like a 7th grade JV team layup. Cavaliers just, sure, you're one of the best players looking at. Have a wide open layup. Battling around the screen again, and another bricked 3. Man, if Mitchell had hit even just like a third of those that he shot, the Cavs would be in the lead. Blocked by Mobley again. Blocked a second time. He just grabbed it out of the air. What a play for Evan Mobley. NBA Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. He just snagged that thing out the air. There's the pick and roll now. Allen dunking it home. Jared Allen. Such a high percentage shot. And again, you've heard me say it probably 3 other times already on this sim. They can get that shot whenever they want it. Problem is you get yourself in such a hole you feel like you got to shoot threes. 3-point game has changed the NBA for sure. Another 3. Oop, deep 2 that time for DiVincenzo. Look at that. Cavs still 20 of 47. It's brutally bad. Timberwolves are just about back to 50%. In fact, if they make their next shot, they'll be at 50%. Merrill. In and out. Gobert with the big left-handed pull down. 3 minutes to go. 67-52, and Randle high off the glass. Rebound DeAndre Hunter. Around the screen, Mitchell, but it's not set pure enough to give him a catch-and-shoot situation. So he'll try to body up and go against, the cute little left-handed layup, and it won't go. Edwards with a rebound. Donovan in an ice bath right now. He's 7 for 22. He still has 17 points, but 7 for 22. Not the kind of volume shooting that they wanted from him here today. Hunter around the screen. There's that give and go, and he just didn't see it. He turned his back to him, and he'll brick a jumper. Oof. Ugly offense for the Cavs, who are now in danger of going down 20 here. Just barely over 50 points. Look at 2 minutes left in the third quarter. They've scored 50 points.
2 minutes.
It's crazy.
2 minutes.
Gobert double team coming. Let's leave Ant-Man wide open. That makes perfect sense. Now he's got the glowing fire emblem. Oh, excuse me, that's Gobert's glowing fire emblem for the assist. Maybe let's stop with the double team from a guy who's wide open from 3 situation. There's a give and go. Again, that play is there most of the time. The problem is 2-point baskets is not what they think they need. Chris Mitchell call a timeout. (73-54). Jalen Clark into the game, Mike Conley into the game. Rob Dillingham into the game as well. He's got the basketball. Naz Reid as well. He's way over the left point. Charging foul. It is going to be a charging foul on Jalen Clark. Already his 3rd. Just the second turnover of the day for the Timberwolves. You can see the Cavs have 6. That also has some help from their goal shooting to give 4 extra free possessions to your opponent. Oh, that was the 7th. Just the laziest of passes from Mitchell. And Nasri was like, I can't believe you threw it right to me. But I'll take it. Cavaliers still trailing by 19 points. Underneath Nasri, he's been very good off the bench today. 17 points. He's shooting 7 for 8. Cavs now down 21. The funny part is this is so accurate to real Cavs basketball, where they're just like, we're not really going to try on defense for like entire chunks of game. And we're just going to settle for lazy ISO ball and bad 3-point attempts. And then we find ourselves down 20. And then the crazy thing about the real Cavs is they'll go like on a 20-0 run to like make it close, but then they'll use all their energy coming back and then lose one late. It's just crazy. Lonzo Ball. Hunter's going to have to force at the end of the quarter, and he does. Just an embarrassment quarter of basketball that time. I think the Cavs scored about 11 points total. They did. It was 51-43 at the half. So 11 points scored in the third quarter as they are just, there's Chris Finch, as they are just brutally cold right now. State Farm assist to the game. That was it, huh? Okay, what an assist. And then the dude iced him up and made a layup. Well, at least the good news is we only got 12 minutes left on the clock. Dillingham now to the corner, tipped away, and some defense for the Cavs, stolen by Wade. I'm not going to say that it's a comeback until they get this thing down to like 10, then I'll say that maybe you've got a chance. But you need to do that by about halfway through the quarter. Deep 2 for Hunter. Just another brick. That new Cavs training facility is going to get built fast with all these bricks here. And then echoed with another 3 for the Timberwolves, who are just in cruise control now. Sure, let's run ISO ball. It's a late pick. Lonzo Ball. There's the pass, and again, the wide open on the give and go is a guaranteed 2 points. Again, I just think whatever the little game's metric is says, oh, we're down by a certain amount. We can't just settle for 2s. We need to shoot 3s. There's another 3, speaking of, for Mike Conley. Go Bucks. Speaking of Mike Conley and Go Bucks, rumors of the new college basketball game, heels of the college football games, great success, and how they're able to navigate that NIL situation. A college basketball game sounds like it's in the works. The old school EA Sports college basketball games used to be really fun. So that could be pretty fun if you were a basketball fan. Of course, Buckeye Hoops is in a weird place right now. Jake Diebler has a very undivisive fan base. People love him as a coach. People are like, I can't believe we hired this guy. He's not a good coach. Underneath the pass, and Hunter will dunk it in. I don't have a super strong opinion on it, other than the fact that like most things, I like the Buckeye sports teams, and I would like for them to do well. And I think with a program like them and the resources that they have, making the tournament every year should be a requirement. That's how I feel about it. And every once in a while, you got to make a Sweet 16 run. He's got a good team. They are streaky at times as well. But they keep coming, and again, why would you leave Anthony Edwards wide open to double team Nasri on the block? That makes 0 sense here. That defensive decision alone has probably accounted for 15 points of this nearing 30-point lead. Another brick shot for the Cavaliers. Just frigidly cold on offense. And sloppy and lazy on defense. Ant-Man again, he'll force a three, rebound Alonso. Alonso ball. Dribble handoff, Donovan Mitchell. Backdoor screen, they don't see it, or don't use it rather. Now they'll pass it to Hunter, but it's way too late. Now a screen, ball into the corner. Luke Travers is in the game. I didn't see Luke Travers check in. I don't even think he's on the team. He's on a two-way deal on the charge right now, but apparently he's in the game now. Luke Travers. One head of hair. Oh, the Ant-Man, a catch and a dunk. And now the Cavs down 25. As it's not getting better. So that fun miracle comeback we could have potentially talked about here on the Sim is just going to be woefully short and inaccurate. Alonzo Ball will break a three. Man alive, this box score is going to be one heck of an autopsy report here on the Cavaliers. Their shooting has just been so bad. Stolen again. Sloppy with the basketball now. 8 or 9 turnovers for them as well. There's a double team, and let's leave Mike Conley wide open. Misses a layup. Gosh, the choices of when to double team have been really baffling. Luke Travers. We've gotten to that point where we're going to empty the bench. So why is Spider still in the game? Pure from the top of the key. 19 points for him, but he has shot a bajillion shots to get there. The Cavs had a little bit better luck on this today. Luke Travers. So ball. In away. Donovan Mitchell. Around the screen. He has missed a lot of those today. Gives himself that space. I mean, he just needs a little bit of space, but he is just ice cold from the line. The line of three. Ant-Man will penetrate left hand with the defense by Mitchell that time. He'll push the pace the other way. Donovan Mitchell has to assume he's checked out soon. He wants to. He's not going to get his 29 points a game right now that he's averaging this season. Luke Travers, what a main on the guy. Catch and shoot Mitchell, another brick. Whew. Randall pushing his way and laying one up over to DeAndre Hunter.
The assist, Mike Conley.
25-point deficit remains.
Cavaliers timeout.
Timeout called by the Cavs. I think they're past just yelling at. Put the starting lineup back in. So maybe punishment more than anything. We could empty the bench, but we're going to make you guys play because you've been so bad. Stolen by Edwards. DiVincenzo back to Edwards. That will set their offense up with the clock ticking from 5. Rebound Mobley off the missed shot. Pushing down the court the other way, spinning around it. Lob City, and Allen will dunk it home. Allen 8 points. Got to be 4 for 4 shooting. He's been catching and dunking with the best of them. I told you they could run that whenever they want. They've just been choosing not to run it. They'd rather settle for bad threes behind screens. Now Mitchell penetrating. Against Mitchell rather. Is Ant-Man. He's got his 20th points now. Very quiet day for him. Naz Reid was the big scorer early. Ant-Man has picked it up and got his. Catch and shoot for Donovan. Back iron, Brick City. Maine. Ant-Man in the corner, left wide open. He'll miss 2. Interesting. 2 wide open shots from 2 of the best shooters in the league. Garland will be fouled by Gobert. Got his hand in the cookie jar.
Substitution on the court.
Still leaving the starters in. Now Mobley, top of the key. Mitchell, Jalen Tyson. All the backups are in for the Timberwolves, by the way. Naz Reid trying to do a move. High off the glass. Jaron Allen can't get it to go. Oh, Johnny Juzang in the game. Dillingham. Conley. Naz Reid.
Johnny Juzang.
Drilling a 3, and we're now at about 30 points. 28 to be exact. I'm not even sure the Cavs are going to score 70 in this game. Just absolutely abysmal offensive performance. Garland's going to get an and one opportunity here. But again, way too little and way too late.
First, second team.
Good old Joe Ingles. It is Joe Ingles. Classic stand in the corner, catch and shoot three guy. Been that way for a decade. Dillingham. Oh, he'll be fouled. That's going to be 3 shots coming. Rob Dillingham is fouled by Donovan Mitchell. Man, can we just put the backups in? Nope, we can't. We're going to force the starters to play their way through this thing. They'll make 2 of the 3. And mercifully, we have 3 minutes left in the game. Again, this has been an abysmal showing from the Cavs on offense. Just settling for bad shots, not hitting the shots that are there and are open, and not taking advantage of the situations they have had. Couple that with just some ridiculously weird defensive choices of when to double team and when not to, have led to some really, really easy Timberwolves buckets and some soul searching in Cleveland after this one. Game 40. We're about halfway through the season. At some point, if you're going to be the team we all thought you were going to be, you have to try to look like them, and you have to do it on more than like a once every 3-week basis. Sweet little alley. Look at that, 29 of 70. 29 of 70. This is awful. Awful shooting percentage.
Robert Dillingham. Assist goes to Nas Reed.
99-72 here. Guys, I appreciate you being on. This has been a fun one again. My name is Phil Nagy on Sports is the channel. Starting our once in a while occasional Cavs sim. This game will tip off for real at 1 o'clock today. We get it in early, get it in the can.
Minnesota foul.
May look at a different opportunity for simming because again I thought Simcast was in there for sure. It used to be. And it changed it in a way that only 2K can. Makes both foul shots. 99-75. A minute and 30 to go. So funny that Atkinson's left the starters in there. Like a dog that you catch pooping in the house and you rub their nose in the poop. This is him rubbing his nose, rubbing his offense's nose in the poop. A minute to go. I said I'm not sure if they would get 75. We'll see if they do. And Mobley. Mercifully, this one's coming to an end now. Conley, top of the key. Dillingham. Underneath to Nas. On the left elbow. He's on fire. Right by Jared Allen. Nas Reed. Dillingham will force a deep 3. And an out rebound to Jared Allen. 5 seconds. Mobley. High off the glass with the left hand. They got it to go. Hey! They got to 75. You sure showed me, Cleveland. Sometimes they have 75 in 3 quarters, like normal basketball teams have 75 in 3 quarters. Oh boy! All right, 99-76, your final score here. Cavaliers struggle busing on this one. Just a terrible offensive showing, as we will show you here in the statistics. But I appreciate you being on. Nas Reed's going to get the old Player of the Game award. He was very good today, and we will show you just why. But 21 for Anthony Edwards. Nas Reed was 7 for 9, shooting at 17 points, 8 boards, 6 assists, 2 steals off the bench. 16 for Randall, 11 for Jalen Clark, 8 and 14 for Rudy Gobert. McDaniels and Conley with 7 apiece. DiVincenzo, the starting point guard, 5 points, just 4 assists in this one. But generally speaking, I guess it doesn't show you the team's highlights there. We'll get to those in a second. Here's your Cavs, 19 points, and he was 8 for 28, including 2 for 16 from, look at these 3-point numbers today. Garland 0 for 7, 1 for 2 for Hunter and Sammy buckets, 0 for 4 for Mobley, 1 for 2 for Tyson, 0 for 1 for Travers and for Ball. So just so many missed shots in this one. 19 though on 8 of 28 is brutal. 15 for Garland. Only 3 assists and 2 turnovers. 10 and 10 for Jared Allen. He was pretty good. 5 and 6 on his catch and shoot and dunk. 9, 7 and 4 for Hunter off the bench. But again, just 3 of 8 shooting. Sammy Buckets only took 3 shots. Probably should have taken more. 7 points for him. Dean Wade was 3 for 3 on all 3 of his baskets. 4 and 10 for Evan Mobley. One of the best players in the league. He did have 3 blocks, 2 of 7 shooting. 7 shots is not enough, but 2 of 7 is not good enough. Tyson, your other starter, just 3 points as well. He took 2 shots in the whole game. Just a brutal performance for the Cavaliers in this one. All right, guys, this one was a lot of fun. Appreciate you being on. Good to have our Cavaliers Sims back. Thanks so much to all of my subscribers. It's not going to be their day. They're going to lose this one 99-76. Today we'll say go Timberwolves, go Cavs, and as always, go Browns.